Greetings, my dear students, and welcome to another session of signatures. We were perusing through Breaking Silence by Janice Mirikitani. We have read through the poem already. We have yet to discuss the question answers of the poem. So let's get started. Breaking Silence focuses on the experiences of Dash when they were put into internment camps during World War II. This is kind of fill in the blanks, answer in a word or phrase. So, Breaking Silence focuses on the experience of Japanese Americans when they were put into internment camps during World War II. Who is testifying against the war crime injustices in the poem? So, who is testifying? ആരാണ് സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുന്നത്? Mother of the poet, Janice Mirikitani, is testifying before a commission. She is talking to a commissioner. So, testimony is by mother of Janice Mirikitani. Third question goes like this. Whom is she giving the testimony to? ആർക്കാണ് testimony കൊടുക്കുന്നത്? സാക്ഷ്യം പറയുന്നത് ആരോടാണ്? She is testifying, or she is giving testimony to the commissioner who belongs to the commission on wartime relocation, and it is said to be a 9-member commission. Answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences. So these are kind of short questions. You have to answer in 1 or 2 sentences. The first question goes like this. Why did she say that silence was better? So, why did mother of Janice Mirikitani say that silence was better? When they were taken to rural concentration camps, they were advised to keep silent, to keep mum, not to make any noise, because they were advised, or it was suggested, that being silent was easier, it was convenient, or it was expedient. Because if at all you voice out your opinion, you may be brutally attacked, injured, tortured, or sometimes you may get killed. So, better to keep quiet. That was being advised to them. And over the years, over the time, they understood that there was no point in making any noise. It was in vain. So that's why she says that silence was better. The second question goes like this. Why were the Japanese Americans made to believe that their faces betrayed them? So why do Japanese Americans feel that their faces betrayed them? Which means that it has something to do with their faces, which is visible in their appearance. That means their appearance betrayed them. അവരുടെ appearance ആണ്, അവരെ കാണുമ്പോഴുള്ള കാഴ്ചയാണ് അവരെ betray ചെയ്തത്, അവരെ ചതിച്ചത്. Which means that Asian Americans, like Japanese people of Japanese descent, had yellow skin ആണെന്നാണ് Chinese, Japanese ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്. It's not actually yellow, but they feel that Africans are brown, Asians are yellow, and Americans are white. People of America are white. Africans at times they call black also. And these terms are usually called colored people, which means that it is part of racism. Racial injustice ആണ് colored എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. So Africans are sometimes addressed as black or brown. So coming to Japanese Americans, it was visible in their appearance, it was visible from their appearance that they are Japanese, because they had narrow eyes and yellow skin. So their appearance itself betrayed them. And what Janice Mirikitani's mother felt bad about was that they had neighbors, or their neighbors were of German and Italian descent, and they did not have American citizenship, but they were not targeted because these people, Janice Mirikitani and the members of her family, where Japanese Americans, though they had an American citizenship, they were not allowed to move about freely. It was ultimately decided that they had to be imprisoned or incarcerated in the Ruhr concentration camp. So that's why their faces betrayed them. Their appearance itself betrayed them. Our appearance appearance from their appearance, it was clear that they were Japanese Americans, to be precise. Then third question is, my youth is buried in Ruhr, explain. So this is said by Janice Marie Kitani's mother. My youth is buried in Ruhr. So Ruhr is an internment camp, rather concentration camp, where Janice Marie Kitani's family was incarcerated or imprisoned. So here 40 long years Janice Marie Kitani's mother spent in the Ruhr concentration camp, which means that she lost her youth. During your youthful days, what do? You explore life, you exploit life, you enjoy, you have many longings, you have wishes, you have ambitions, you have aspirations, and you try to fulfill them during your youthful days when you are young. But she lost her youth in Ruhr concentration camp. Janice Marie Kitani's mother lost her youth in Ruhr concentration camp. She could not enjoy her life. She was always under pressure. She was always, facing atrocities, brutality from the American government, those people in the concentration camps, because they were detainees. So she did not have any freedom. She did not have liberties. She did not have freedom, and thus she lost her youth in Ruhr concentration camp. The fourth question is, how does the poet end the poem? You can see the poet ends the poem this way. We must recognize ourselves at last. We are a rainforest of color and noise. We hear everything. We are unafraid. Our language is beautiful. That's how the poet Janice Marie Kitani ends the poem. So here she asserts the power of Japanese Americans, and she feels that they are like a rainforest of color and noise. We have color, color ഉണ്ട്, ആ കളറിനെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് യെല്ലോ എന്ന് വിളിക്കാം, but still that is our color. It's the color of our nativity, our ethnicity, and we agree that we are natives of Japan, but coming and staying in America for many purposes, for betterment of life. So we agree our color, we accept or we admit that this is our color, but we will make noise. We are no longer afraid. All these while we were remaining silent, but now we will make noise. And after all, our language is beautiful. Our language belongs to Japan. We have a beautiful language. We will speak with that language. That's what she says. Next is the theme of the poem, Breaking Silence by Janice Marie Kitani. There are various themes discussed in the poem, but the first one, or the first and the foremost, being experiences of Japanese Americans in the internment camps during World War II. There they had to face isolation and dehumanization, and also brutality from the American government and American policies. The poem speaks of appreciation and admiration Janice Marie Kitani had towards her mother, because she was testifying before a commissioner after 40 years of internment camp living. And here the brutality of Japanese Americans by the American government is being expressed. It is being delineated. Protocol of the internment and also dialogue with the commissioner, that is also the theme of the poem. Janice Marie Kitani describes the sorrow and frustration her mother went through, the pain her mother went through, the suffering and the pain. There was also the theme of political agenda discussed in the poem, and also racism, the racial prejudice or racism, discrimination based on color. That is also a major theme of the poem. Next question is, explain the significance of the title of the poem. So the title of the poem here is very significant. The title is Breaking the Silence. Somebody is breaking the silence or doing away with silence, and that is Janice Marie Kitani's mother. So here they were spending their days in Ruhr concentration camp when World War II was declared, and they could not open their mouths or they could not speak out their feelings, they could not voice out their opinions. They had to remain quiet, they had to remain mum. At the same time, the government, American government, confiscated their property. Confiscated, seized their property. But still, though they were frustrated, still they had to keep quiet. They could not speak out against the government. They had to remain silent, and that was so frustrating. It was annoying. They were helpless. They were desperate. And they kept silent for 40 long years. But during the testimony before the commission, and when she was talking to the commissioner, she broke her silence. And she tells all her feelings boldly, bravely to the commissioner. So that is the significance of a title, Breaking Silence. And ultimately, she believes in her language, her country, Japan. She believes that she has to speak out. She has to listen to everything, that we can hear everything. We are unafraid. We are no longer afraid. We are unafraid. Our language is beautiful. We are a rainforest of color and noise. So that is the significance of the title. The next question is irony in the poem. Irony, when you speak something, you don't express it literally. You say or you verbally express it with just opposite the meaning. That is irony. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു പ്രസൻറ്റേഷൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു കാര്യം ഡ്രസ്സ് ചെയ്ത് ആരെങ്കിലും വന്നു, നല്ല നന്നായിട്ടുണ്ട്, നല്ല ഭംഗിയായിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ മേ ബി വി മീൻ ദാറ്റ് ഇറ്റ്സ് ജസ്റ്റ് ദി ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ്. നന്നായിട്ടുണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ടോണിലൊരു വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട്, വിച്ച് മീൻസ് നന്നായിട്ടില്ല. അതാണ് ഐറണി, സിമ്പിളായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ. So here when you say that when you express something, it means it's just opposite the meaning. So what is that irony you can feel in the poem? Here there is irony, and Janice Marie Kitani indeed expresses this irony with a great effect, a great emphatic effect. She emphasizes on irony or ironic effect in the poem. Why? Because here she has used the word silent. And how can silent be ironic? Yes, it becomes ironic. How? Because here she says that silence was the only way they could express their feelings, their ideas and thoughts. But through silence, can you express your ideas, feelings and thoughts? No. It is ironic. അല്ലേ, നമുക്ക് മിണ്ടാതെ ഇരിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ നമ്മുടെ ഫീലിങ്സ് എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യും? But here the detainees in the internment camps of Japanese descent had to remain silent, but silent was the only way they could express their emotions, maybe through tears. But this silence had a power. This silence was forceful, and with this power they could endure for 40 long years. And after those 40 long years, when they got a chance to speak out, she did speak out. So that is ironic. Silence are not ironic, because silence is the only way to express their emotions. പക്ഷെ സയൻസിൽ കൂടെ നമുക്കൊന്നും എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. So that is how it becomes ironic. These are essay questions. We'll discuss the points of essay questions, and you will have to develop on it. You have to expand those points and add more points. You should describe, you should elaborate in detail to score more marks. So, essay question, the first one is, how does a poet show her sorrow, anger and frustration in the poem? So, how does Janice Marie Kitani's mother express anger, sorrow and frustration in the poem? So in this poem, she finally breaks the silence before the commission, and she speaks with the commissioner of the commission. And before these 40 long years, they were forced into Roer concentration camps. At that time, when they were forced to accommodate themselves in the Roer concentration camps, they were laboring hard, they were working hard on American lands, they were cultivating crops and fruits through their hard labor and work. But once they saw that their cultivation crops are flourishing, what happened was that the world they belonged to came to stand still with the outbreak of World War II. They were forced to go into concentration camps, and the American government confiscated their property to their utmost sorrow and desperation and frustration, but they could not respond, they could not react, they could not voice out, they could not protest, they were helpless. They were said, or they were advised to remain quiet, you should remain silent, otherwise you will be tortured, you will be killed, you will be brutally attacked, what not. You can never predict what American government or policy will do to you, because there was a protocol of the internment. The poet states that there was no reason for their internment except the fact that they were Japanese. It was clearly visible in their experience, in their appearance. In their appearance, they like anybody could understand or anybody could make out, it was clear in their appearance that they were Japanese because of the narrow eyes and yellow skin. And this, she felt, was a discrimination because they had neighbors who were of German and Italian descent who were not American citizens. And Janice Marie Kitani's family, who had American citizenship, were discriminated against, and they were incarcerated in prison. Though they were known to be American citizens, they were imprisoned in Roer concentration camp, and that was a sorrow and frustration. The next essay question is, how does Janice Marie Kitani describe the power of silence in the poem? This point we have discussed already, the power of silence in the irony of the poem. Here, the power of silence is that they suffered pain, misery and brutality in the concentration camp, Roer concentration camp. They, Japanese Americans, people of Japanese descent, were forced to be imprisoned in the Roer concentration camp and many other concentration camps like Amache Gate and Tule Lake. There are other concentration camps mentioned in the poem like Amache Gate and Tule Lake. In Amache Gate, Obachan, one of her relative, was imprisoned, Obachan, and in Tule Lake her niece was imprisoned. Obachan is her aunt. Obachan is Janice Marie Kitani's aunt, or her mother's aunt perhaps, and she was imprisoned in Amache Gate and niece was imprisoned in Tule Lake. Both of them are other concentration camps in America. And while they were working hard on American lands, they were taken all of a sudden like a bolt from the blue to the concentration camps, rather internment camps. And they could not speak against or speak out against the injustices made towards them, or they had to face. So here the power of silence is oft repeated. The power of silence was indeed forceful, it was powerful, because they had to remain silent, they had no other way, they did not have any other choice. So that was the power of silence. And ultimately mother breaks her silence before the commission when she speaks to the commission after 40 long years. And she says that we have a noise, we have voices, we are no longer afraid, we are like rainforest who have our own color. We are yellow colored, but we enjoy the color. and finally the silence is broken. Then there's another question. The poet brings out the pain of racism through the poem. How does she bring about the pain of racism through the poem? Here, racial injustice or racial prejudices is being discussed. When Janice Marie Kitani came to American lands with her parents, they had to toil hard, they labored hard to create or cultivate crops and fruits. But still they were taken to the concentration camp. And they faced discrimination when the neighbors of German and Italian descent were not arrested, were not imprisoned, were not incarcerated, but they, being natives of Japan or Japanese descent, were incarcerated according to the declaration of President Roosevelt. Because it was clearly visible from their appearance of yellow skin and narrow eyes. They were detainees in the Rover concentration camp. And they were detainees just because they were Americans. Not just Americans, they were Asian Americans, they were Japanese Americans, which means that they had American citizenship, but they were born or they were natives of Japan. So this was clearly an example, or this is clearly an example of racial prejudice or racial injustice, racism, colored, calling people colored. And as a result, they confiscated their property. American people confiscated Japanese Americans' property, but still they could not voice out their protest. They had to remain silent. And Janice Marie Kitani's mother's youth was buried in Rover concentration camp. She lost her youth in the concentration camp. Finally, there is an activity given to you. Read Yamamoto's non-fiction narrative, Different Silences, and compare it to our poem, that is our present poem, Breaking Silence. Here what I would like to tell you is that both these poems, you are asked to make a comparative study. Both these poems explore Asian American identities. Note the point, Asian American identities as defined by American culture. As defined by American culture means a stereotype created by American culture. ഇങ്ങനെ ആയിരിക്കണം ആൾക്കാർ. ഈ ഫ്രെയിംവർക്കിൽ വരാത്ത ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ prejudiced ആണ്. They are odd. They're not just right. They're not perfect. അതിനാണ് നമ്മൾ stereotype എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. We have learned in an earlier poem. Stereotype അല്ലേ? Image. Stereotype എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഒരു set image ആണ്. The quest to eliminate stereotypes is discussed in both these works, that is Different Silences and Breaking Silences, and also it reflects on ethnic heritage, as I told you, ethnicity or nativity of particular race of people, that is also being reflected in the